Hello guys, DarkHorse FM here, and Football Manager 2024 is due to be released today. In fact, as at the moment of recording this video, we're currently waiting release. But depending on when you're watching this video, the game might already be out. Now, I am currently playing on the beta version, but during this time, KNAP has gone on to release 24 or over 24 overpowered tactics for Football Manager 2024. And in this video, we're going to break down some of those tactics, look at the successful ones, look at the ones that we might be familiar with, but we're going to see how they kind of operate in Football Manager 2024. We'll try out one of KNAP's tactics in a game using our club here in the Scottish League 2, Cinch League 2. The team that I'm currently managing is so if you want to know where to find KNAP Tactics, you can just start from Google and then type in FMScout, and I think it's one of the trusted sources that I know to find Football Manager tactics and Football Manager content. So you can go over to FMScout and then the first FMScout.com, go in there and then just click next, and then try and open up the FMScout community, and over here it looks like this. You can see a lot of other overpowered tactics, and yep, there's one here from Zims. Zims is one of my favorite content creators as well on Football Manager. You can also check him out on YouTube. But just hover over to the tactics tab, and then you can scroll all the way down. You can see FM24 tactic index. That's for all of the tactics, and then you can see right below that you have the Knap Tactic Table. Go ahead and click that. So once it comes up, so once it's open, you can go and see the Knap Tactic Table. Let me just uncheck this, and then yeah, you can also find information about everything you need to know about Knap and the opposition instructions that are attached. And you can see here none under staff. You can actually go on to use any type of opposition instructions designed for the tactic. It doesn't really matter. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. I didn't actually notice this before, and it's the first time I'm seeing it. Last updated on the 30th of October, so it's quite like a week now before the release of the game. So you can see the Knap Tactics table over here. You can go on to filter it by elite teams. You can go on to filter it by straight attacking gung-ho tactics, underdog tactics as well. Oh, I've got a notification here. I'm supposed to subscribe. Okay, I'm already subscribed, but in case you're not, you can also subscribe to the FMScout YouTube page. That kind of works so well. You get a lot of information about Football Managers or FMScout content on the channel. So here you can see all the different shapes that Knap has actually come up with. Their sub-top tactics as well. Tactics for underdog teams. You can go on to filter them like this. You can see all the underdog tactics, and there's some you can also filter it by points and goals scored and trend. I think trend is the amount of downloads that the tactic has gotten. So the tactic with the most downloads that we can see is the Venom 424 with inside forward, Segundo Volante, and the DM. Let's go check this one out and see how it is. So the name is Venom 424 IF. So over here we can see Venom Knap 424 IS, Segundo Volante, and DMMC. Well, that's quite a long name. So you can just go ahead and click this, and you have to really pay attention to the name so you don't miss it. When you find the name in the tactic list here, you can go over to this column and then make sure you remember the name, and then once you click download, it's going to download like this, and then you can pop it on Football Manager 2024. If you're just playing Football Manager for the first time, this is how you can actually go on to load up a tactic. You can go into the tactic column, either 1, 2, or 3, and then just select it and then look for the load column. Okay, let me do it in case it was a brand new tactic, and I'm going to just clear this slot real quick, and then you can see the plus button. Let's go ahead and hit plus. Instead of create tactic, go on to load tactic, and then when you select the load tactic, you can go all the way down to the downloads folder, because it's actually going to be in the downloads folder instead of the normal folder that you know. So I'm just going to find it all the way from here and look for my downloads folder wherever it is. Okay, it should be under users, and then name, and then scroll all the way down to downloads, and under the downloads folder I should find the Knap IF Segundo Volante DMC, and then go on to select that and then load it into the game. So this is the Knap Venom Knap 424 system with 2 inside forwards and 2 advanced forwards, and then 1 defensive midfielder, a Segundo Volante, and then 2 wing backs and 2 ball playing defenders, and of course a super keeper on defend. It's quite different from what my team was already using, but that's why the familiarity is all the way low. It doesn't really have anything to do with the tactic itself. Tactic looks good, and it has a balanced mentality as well, which is quite good in Football Manager. If you're too attacking, you might be exposed at the back, and if you're too defensive, you might leave out a lot of creative chances to the opposition to try and create chances, and they will score you. I've noticed it in Football Manager 2024, even playing the beta game. If you give the opposition a lot of possession of the ball, they'll find a way to score you. So it doesn't all that help staying defensive all the time. You can be defensive towards the latter ending of the game, or you can be defensive against the top teams, but often try not to be too defensive, as it doesn't really help all the time. And so this is Knap's system, and looking at the wing backs on support, they've only been asked to tackle harder and then to mark tighter. The wing back on either side, okay, they both have the same instructions. Ball playing defenders, no instructions attached to them. And looking at the super keeper on defend duty, take fewer risks and then to tackle harder. I noticed that this year, even in the beta version, I don't know when the full version is, okay, regardless of when the full version is going to come out, The goalkeepers haven't been so great. They've actually made a lot of mistakes, both my goalkeeper and the AI's goalkeeper. So asking the goalkeeper to take fewer risks and then to tackle harder, it makes a lot of sense. And then looking at the defensive midfielder on support DT, he has been asked to get further forward and to tackle harder. The powerful role of Segundo Volante, tackle harder and mark tighter. He's still going to get into the box. He's going to get a lot forward. So that's the role of the Segundo Volante. He's going to drive into the opposition's territory. Very powerful player, very powerful role in Football Manager. I don't know if it's going to be nerfed this year, but it's worth trying with this tactic. You have two inside forwards as well. Both of them are tackling harder. Okay, the second inside forward on the right hand side is sitting narrow, and then your advanced forwards are running from position. The advanced forward on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side is just asked to tackle harder. Team instructions wise, there's a lot of wing play in here. Focus the play down the right and overlapping on the right. Slightly shorter passing with slightly higher tempo. Low crosses and then passing into space. When the team is in transition of the ball, counter press and counter always selected in KNAP systems. It's very high pressing, very high intensity, and then they're distributing to the fullbacks as well. So looking at out of possession, there's a high press with a standard defensive line, almost like Football Manager Holy Grail really. You can't be too deep, you can't be too high, so you don't expose your defense, and then much more often trigger press with prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and that works because there are two advanced forwards that can actually hassle the opposition's defense. East 5 in the Scottish League 2, and I love their kit. I was sacked at Norwich and then I joined East 5. So we'll see how they do with the tactic. So we'll put the tactic to the test against a Clyde side that is currently sitting in second place in the Cinch Championship or Cinch League 2. So nothing too serious. I actually blocked out a section of my save to see how I can actually test out this tactic for you. So let's see how everything goes. So we're here and they're starting with a 4-4-2, which kind of works in our favor. I think we're also starting with a 4-4-2, but a slightly more advanced version of the 4-4-2. First chance already. My goalkeeper is making a lot of mistakes, but let's see if he's actually over that this time. So McIntosh has the ball to the striker. He's lost possession. And currently the top team has possession of the ball. They have all the possession and it's okay. Here's a chance for them. 1-0. We're already a goal down. This is not looking nice. This is not looking nice. Anyway, we're not worried. We're hoping that at some point they're going to turn this thing around. I didn't really expect too much, but let's see how everything goes. Here's Rodden. He's played a loose pass out there to Rodden again. 1v1. How come the AI's goalkeeper is always so good? Rodden. Lovely ball. Here's Donnelly. Make a good one. Lovely ball. When it comes to defending, the AI does so well, but my own team, I'm like, oh my goodness. It's almost like we're going to concede with every single chance that comes our way. Keeper hasn't done well there. Here's Donnelly. I'm always nervous whenever the ball comes to my goalkeeper. Please just play it out soon enough. Okay, here's Lemon out to Newton. Haha. Crawford out to Austin. Plays it wide. Yet another corner. I'm yet to see a goal going from corner for this tactic. Since they scored us, they haven't really had a chance. We've kind of controlled the entire game, considering that they're the top team. That seems like the tactic is kind of working in our favor. It's giving us an advantage over them. So we're playing quite well, but because they're such a better team than we are, we're not able to actually get a goal. But let's just see what I could do. Wallace! Fantastic. How about this? He made it all himself. Played the ball out to Comerford and Comerford out to Donnelly, and then Donnelly back to Walls, and Walls out of the edge of the box straight into the bottom corner. Fantastic finish. Here's a corner from them. Defended well again. So my players play a lot better with ball playing defending. Come on. Another corner. There it is. Come on. Can't you just jump and head the ball? Why is that even a problem? Dunashke or whatever your name is. Here's another corner. We're in trouble. Great defense. Never mind. 3-1. Set pieces are a bother for us in this game. Probably not down to the tactic, more down to the players that I have in defense. My team is quite weak, so with a better team, it's probably going to work a lot better. We're kind of controlling the game, but we've lost 2 goals due to set pieces, and that's just terrible. I can't understand why that's the case. So we'll skip the second half, and then we'll look at another tactic. We kind of looked at an underdog tactic before. Let's look at an elite tactic now and see what Knap has in store. The only one elite tactic he has is Time Was. So this is the Knap Time Was tactic. It's a 4-3-3 system. Wing backs on support DT, ball playing defenders, and this time the sweeper keeper is on support, and you have a defensive midfielder on support DT, and in attack you have an advanced forward on attack DT. And looking at the central midfield, I kind of like the way this shape is. It looks really good for what my team currently would like to play. So I do have a good Metala and a good, okay, this player is supposed to be swapped. And yeah, my central midfielder on attack DT on the right hand side, and then the central midfielder on, or the Metala on attack, going to play on the left hand side. So good inside forwards on attack DT. I think inside forwards do work well this year. Also, another balanced mentality tactic is quite good. I like that it's a 4-2-3 shape. It's quite solid. It includes the defensive midfielder position on support DT. I think I'm going to keep this Knap tactic. I'll keep this one for my team. I kind of like the shape of it. So don't forget, if you're looking for Knap Tactics, you can go over to FMScout and go over the Knap table. So you can go over the FMScout website and then find the Knap table and go over all the tactics. Anyone that kind of suits you. If you're an underdog team, if you're managing a team that is sub-top, kind of below the teams that are not exactly the elite teams, like you can, I'm going to call sub-top like a Borussia Dortmund or RB Salzburg, all those kind of teams in mid-table. Okay, they're not mid-table, but they're slightly better than the average team, like Borussia Dortmund and, okay, not Salzburg, RB Leipzig, sorry. And I'm going to say Napoli in the Serie A, because AC Milan and Inter Milan will probably be the teams that are going to be the top teams. Okay, Napoli as well are going to be a top team. In England, a sub-top team is going to look like Tottenham or Chelsea, because Man City and Liverpool are going to be the elite teams. So you can just pick that, and then you can also look for high-tempo, slow-passing kind of teams, slow passing kind of style of play, and or tactics that just want to get you goals, or tactics that are solid in defense. You can just pick any one for your choice and then go about downloading the tactic by just clicking it from here, and then you can test it out for yourself in Football Manager. There are a lot more tactics you can actually go on to choose. It's probably a lot more than 24 that I thought, to be honest. So it's a lot, and Knap has dropped. So I'll be back with more Football Manager videos like this. If you did enjoy this one, do let me know in the comment section. Till then, have a nice time and enjoy Football Manager 2024, because it's coming out very soon. And if it's already out when you're watching this video, enjoy the game. I'll see you in the next video.